If you're still scrolling TikTok looking for the perfect side hustle, you need to stop. In 2025, you can use ChatGPT to start a business in a single afternoon without spending thousands on training tools or inventory. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how. In the past, starting a side hustle was actually very difficult, and it meant multiple things. It felt like I was learning skills the slow way, and if you're anything like me, that doesn't work because time is precious, and us as humans, we're biologically programmed to want to go fast. ChatGPT changes that. It literally accelerates the process by doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you. It gives you instant ideas based on your skills and interests. All you literally have to do is give ChatGPT some insight to who you are, and it will put everything together for you. ChatGPT also writes scripts, ads, and emails for you so that you can just focus on delivering the product. ChatGPT will even walk you through step by step on how to properly set up your business, which I can tell you this is a major problem for most new entrepreneurs, something that you've never learned, and it's something that you weren't ever educated on. The best part of this is, if you can send a text message, you can literally use ChatGPT to start a side hustle. I wanna basically give you my 5-step setup for ChatGPT side hustles, and it's my blueprint map, and I guarantee it's game changing. If you've watching this video, if you clicked on it, definitely I appreciate it. Definitely make sure you like the video, make sure you drop a comment, and make sure you subscribe, because here at Untapped Potential, we're definitely into helping and when I say family, I'm talking about you, get to the next level financially. Most people, they would tell you to just prompt ChatGPT with a simple prompt, something like, give me 10 beginner-friendly side hustles that I can start online in 2025. But to me, that's someone that doesn't really know how to utilize ChatGPT. What I would tell you to do instead is to give ChatGPT more information. This way, ChatGPT can be more specific and geared towards you. So I would prompt ChatGPT, give me 10 beginner-friendly side hustles that I can start in 2025 with no upfront costs, that is not oversaturated, that I can start from my home with 5 hours of spare time used in a week, because I have a busy 9 to 5. This side hustle should also be for someone who has zero experience in running a business. I have skills and interests in animals and taking care of pets in my free time. Now, because you were more intentional with ChatGPT, it's going to give you specific side hustles that are geared and detailed for you. So now we can pick one with a low learning curve and a low startup cost. Examples could be selling resume templates. For another, it may be social media content creation. There's even virtual assistants that it may give you, which just about anyone can do. Step 2 for me, it's basically validating the market. You want to prompt ChatGPT, who is the ideal customer for whatever your side hustle idea that ChatGPT created and has given you is what you need to prompt it for. Ask ChatGPT, where do they hang out online? Then my suggestion would be to research relevant pages in your niche or market. That way you can see what's doing well for others. You don't want to just go into this blindly, so research is a big deal. In step 3, we're going to build your offer with AI. Write me a simple service description for your offer that makes it sound valuable and beginner friendly. On this one, you want to leave it simple though. Most people, they try to overanalyze or come up with all this grand information or this grand offer, but consumers, they don't want all the extra jargon. They want to know how this can benefit them. They want some simplicity, they want relatability, and they want emotional. They basically want something that's connected to them, and they want it to be straightforward. You want to use Canva, which you can use the free version to create visuals or templates. AI can even write your product titles and descriptions so that you don't have to be concerned about putting words together if you're somebody who you don't like putting words together. However, I personally would suggest that you put your own touch on it. Or as most people would say, what's your secret sauce? Because you want to make it personalized to you. People we like to connect with other people, and if I can connect with this person and I see that it's theirs and it's not plagiarized or took from someone else, or it doesn't sound robotic, then I'm more likely to become a customer. Step 4, this is where you basically launch without overthinking. There's platforms that you should start on like Fiverr, Etsy, or Gumroad, or your social media platforms like your YouTube channel, your Instagram, or your TikTok. Write me a catchy Fiverr gig description for the service that you're offering that makes people want to click. Once it's done, just hit complete. Then you upload it, you set your pricing, and you publish it. Do this even if it's not perfect. Step 5, it's basically about marketing. You literally want to prompt ChatGPT to write you 5 short TikTok, Instagram video ideas, prompting you for your side hustle. Make sure you give the prompt as much details as possible, and don't forget to create what I would call a banger hook, which again, ChatGPT can create that for you that you have for sale. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be consistent. Literally, ChatGPT handles all of the hard part for you. A real life example of this would be my budget planner. Literally, when I created my budget planner, I created it within 72 hours. On day 1, I used ChatGPT for suggestion ideas and for a targeted audience. On day 2, I then used Canva to create the designs, and I made it literally in 30 minutes. On day 3, I went to Fiverr and I made my first gig. I made it live. Plus I made my social media post about it. That fast and easy. It was literally that simple. It literally cost me $0. And like I said, I knew what I was into. I knew what I was interested in. And all I had to do was give ChatGPT the interest that I had. All right. The only difference between someone who makes an extra $500 to $2,000 a month than someone who doesn't is just basically starting. I made a free ChatGPT side hustle starter kit with all the prompts, with all the templates and the tools. Everything I just showed you is in it, so that you basically can launch your first side hustle this week. I literally have a link in the description so that you can grab it, so you can test it and get started. So I want you to comment below that I'm starting now, because once you see how easy it is, you'll never say, I don't know where to start again. So definitely make sure you lock in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because here at Untapped Potential, we all like to win. Later.